And welcome back, everybody. It is now 6:48 on your Tuesday morning. Making international headlines, a suicide bomber attacked a nation military convoy in Afghanistan on the road between Kabul's airport and the United States Embassy. A U.S. military spokeswoman in Afghanistan says no coalition forces were injured in the attack. The force of the blast rattled windows in Kabul's heavily guarded diplomatic area. An Afghan police officer says he saw a number of civilians either injured or dead.
An Indonesia Air Force C-130 Hercules crashed today into a residential neighborhood, killing at least 37 people. The transport plane with 17 people on board crashed into a neighborhood in the country's third largest city. The plane crashed just 2 minutes after it took off from an Air Force base. An Indonesian Air Force officer said the pilot had radioed that he was returning to land because of engine trouble.
Now to upstate New York and the daring prison escape of two convicted murderers. Gene Palmer, the prison guard arrested in connection with the escape of Richard Matt and David Sweat, appeared in court yesterday. There he is. He is accused of official misconduct, destroying evidence, and promoting dangerous prison contraband. His case now goes to a grand jury. Now, David Sweat was captured Sunday night after more than 3 weeks on the run. He's reportedly told investigators that Palmer was not involved in the escape. Sweat's fellow escapee, Richard Matt, was shot and killed by police on Friday night, actually by a U.S. Border Patrol officer.
Well, as the July 4th holiday nears, authorities are warning of possible terrorist threats. In advance of the holiday weekend, the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI issued a statement to law enforcement warning of increased concern over the potential for ISIS-inspired attacks. In New York City, heavily armed officers known as Hercules teams are out in full force in crowded tourist areas. No specific threat, though, has been identified.
And happening today, the State Department is set to release the next set of Hillary Clinton's emails. It's part of a multi-stage plan to release a total of roughly 30,000 Hillary Clinton's emails. The plan followed the controversy that erupted in March over the former Secretary of State's private email server. It was revealed that during her time at the State Department, Clinton used a personal email account instead of a government account. Officials with the State Department say that they are missing all or part of 15 messages from longtime Clinton confidant Sidney Blumenthal, concentrating on the 2012 attack on the U.S. consulate in Benghazi.
And on the campaign trail this morning, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie will announce his 2016 presidential campaign today. The Republican will launch his candidacy in his hometown of Livingston, New Jersey. After that announcement, Christie will then travel to New Hampshire, the first presidential primary state, to hold a town hall meeting. Christie will be the 14th Republican to announce he's running in 2016.
And on the Democratic side, Vice President Joe Biden has not officially ruled out a 2016 presidential run. Wall Street Journal reported that his sons, Hunter Biden and the late Beau Biden, had encouraged their father to take on the challenge, and they're not the only ones. Biden supporters are also hoping he will decide to challenge Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton. A recent CNN poll ranked the vice president as the top second choice for Democrats. Democratic source says that the Veep has set an early August deadline for making a decision.
And President Obama is proposing changes to the rules determining which workers get overtime pay. If the changes go through, an estimated 5 million more salaried workers could become eligible for time and a half once they've worked 40 hours a week. Right now, only salaried workers who make less than $455 a week are guaranteed overtime. Later this week, the Department of Labor will propose raising the cutoff to workers who make $969 a week or less. If it goes through, the increase would only be the second one since 1975.